Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of your favorite show. I'm your number one Arsenal fan and best, the best football fan that you know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. On a serious note, welcome everyone to another episode of the show. I hope everyone's having a great week. Shion, how are you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Oluwaseun
Ah,
Salah, the best, the anchor, the best anchor of the best football podcast in the world right now. We're number one in the world. I just got some feedback from the platforms that we post our episodes. As you asked, I am okay. Well, the year is moving really fast. We are almost at the end of first quarter, so we are live. Some of us just got feedback from our job
oh,
work review. I mean,
end of
performance
year, end
review.
of year review. Yeah.
End of the
Okay.
year review.
How are you
That
doing?
thing, that thing is just, I don't know, man.
Are
The
you doing a
whole
good job?
exercise is,
Are you doing a good job at work?
guy. If I'm not doing a good job at what they will have sacked me now.
Not
It's
necessarily.
capitalism. Eh? No, it's capitalism. You're not working for the government. It's quick. Like your output. Although there's some roles that it's very rare for you not to be a high performer. It's very rare. Because like my role, there's no way because something's always breaking down and you always
Hmm.
have to find a solution. Like you have different people
Engineer.
messaging. You
Wow.
have different people messaging you, asking you like why this is not working. So you'll be forced to perform. Anyway, yeah. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it starts at the beginning of the year because it takes away from the whole I won't say energy, but when you in that from November to December, everybody's pushing the job you're supposed to do or the project or some of the deliverables to at the turn of the new year we'll get to this. Now turn of the new
Yeah.
year comes and everything is like coming crashing down on you. And I say, oh yeah, come and do performance review. Like it's just well, we thank God for life. We thank
Well,
God for life.
yeah. Anyway, as you all know, this week there's international break, so we're just out here trying to just have a good time, and so that you guys don't miss us too much. But what's happening with you, Shane? What's new? What actually song of the week? What new song? What you have been?
Song of the week. Honestly, I'm trying to think what song. Oh yes. The song is very funny. The song came out last year. I think
Okay.
around this time last year. Um
What
let
song?
me think. I think it was around March last year. That's when it came out. So the song is called Ramadan by Tolibian.
Uh,
Tolibian, yeah, that's the name of the song. And it's
mm,
crazy how you drop a song, a single, and it takes a while for people to catch up on it. And the guy is trying because he tried to push the song last year, but I think sometimes you just have to leave everything to for it to catch up organically, and that's what has happened now. And
mm.
it's during the Ramadan fasting, Muslim fasting, so the song comes in handy. Even though the lyrics is kind of shady, but you know,
Shady in what sense?
so he's singing that don't do some things when you're fasting. Things that you shouldn't be doing generally when you're not even fasting.
Like what? Like what? Things like what?
I cannot mention them, please.
No. Tell
I
us
can
things
only
like that. I'm trying to learn the song.
no, let people go and listen to it, and it's sung in Yoruba. So
No, I've never heard the song before now. So tell me. I don't understand Yoruba.
don't worry, you use Google Translate to translate it for you.
That's long. And why? If I can have my co-anchor telling me what the song means, like why not?
Yeah.
I try to do multiculturalism. Explain to me what was he saying? On the serious note, I would like to know what was he saying.
So he's saying that so part of everything he's saying is that don't fornicate.
What's that?
Don't fornicate when you're fasting.
Oh
Don't
wow.
communicate. Don't fornicate when you're fasting. All those kind of things. Then don't lie. Then
Chill, Do you do such?
Hey, see, at the beginning I said those are the things you shouldn't be doing even when we're not fasting.
Did you do such?
I'm guy. I'm not what's it called?
You're
I'm
not
not in
trying.
front of the judge now.
You're
So,
not trying. Okay, that's fair.
but yeah, the song is good though. I like the song. It's like all these old Yoruba songs, but
It's Fuji. Is it Fuji?
it's not Fuji. It's like Waka.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know
My
Fuji came
mother.
from Waka. Hmm?
My mother.
Your mother. What happened to your mother?
He told me Waka.
No, see,
I'm joking. I'm
when
joking.
you're ignorant on certain things,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
it's
I'm
like
ignorant. Wow. Just
no,
like that.
it's not an insult. Like ignorance means you don't know things. You don't know the particular thing. That's what it means.
No, no, no
But yeah,
problem.
so it's the song is good though. It's very you should listen to it.
Okay. Anyway, let's dive right in. So, a lot of things have happened this week, or happened over the course of this week.
Yeah.
Um, I what's your first? What caught your attention?
I want to start from I want to do a little bit of I don't want to call it rant, but
Okay.
I want to register my displeasure.
Oh wow.
People be disrespecting Casemiro.
Uh, there's not
People be
much
disrespecting
respect.
Casemiro. Huh?
There's not much respect anymore, though.
Well, that's your opinion. Because in the game against Arsenal, he had a good outing. It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't a game where you will say, "Oh, Casemiro was bad." You know, he had a 6/10 kind of game. Now, in our Europa League game,
Yeah.
granted, we played one man up, but before then, it was I wouldn't say spectacular, but it was class. Like when you can tell that okay, this is a player that knows has been in this kind of situation many times and he knows what to do. Uh you can literally tell the difference between him and Zubimendi. Zubimendi is supposed to be
To be
10 years,
Mendy,
15 years younger than him. And Zubimendi was struggling to catch up with him. Casemiro is 57.
57.
Yeah. 57 years old. And Zubimendi is just 22. And he's struggling to catch up with the old man. Then our game, the next game he played, it was okay too. It was like, but people be expecting him. But eventually, anyway, a few people, I won't say people, a lot of people on Twitter or on social media were like, oh, this guy bald. It wasn't a case of, oh, what's Casemiro
Football
doing? He should
leaving
leave the
him.
club. Was it?
I said it was a case of football leaving him.
That thing is the most disrespectful thing anybody can say about a player. Especially a player that's won almost everything in club football. It's very, very disrespectful. Like, leave the football before the football leaves you. That
What
thing
is
is
the question?
so
No, no, you don't want to. No, actually, actually find Jamie Carragher very annoying. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I actually
very,
don't like.
very disrespectful, man. But yeah, props to him, man. He's doing his thing. He's on the bench. He's not playing. Nobody's crying about anything. When you call on him, he comes and does his job. And the thing is, part of the things that we miss when he's not playing shows really well because of how we pass the ball. In the 3 games we've played, 2 of them he has created a lot of chances for the team in the way of switching the ball, knowing when to play the ball up over like the deep defense, always trying to break the lines and break the low block. So it's been okay. It's
Yeah,
been okay.
I haven't watched a lot of your games, but
Have you been watching us now?
yeah, of course.
So you lied to me. You texted me that you're no more interested in football anymore. You don't watch Arsenal games anymore.
I just watch it when there's nothing on the TV. It's not like I set out my way to just watch it like that. I mean,
Mm.
yeah.
So how do you feel? Now this is like be sincere. How do you feel seeing Liverpool losing momentum, losing steam, looking jaded, and knowing that Arsenal
It's nowhere
is
to be found.
way, way behind? How do you feel about it?
No, I mean, I feel for for the club and for the fans and the players because if they have been doing what they should have been doing, I mean, first of all, Liverpool shouldn't be this far ahead of them, and secondly, the I had a feeling I knew that Liverpool was going to drop points because I didn't think that I wasn't super convinced by what I had seen from them all season, right? But they kept winning games. I was like, okay, fine. I guess it's their lucky day. But honestly speaking, they had not been convincing. In fact, left to me, there were a number of games where they were outplayed, and they still ended up, getting the points right at the end. And Salah's brilliance was just, showing. But almost, man, Arsenal, we go again next season, as everyone's last of thoughts about that. We always say we go again next season. But
You know what you just said now is what I've been trying to tell our in-house Liverpool fan that for the past 1 month or 2 months,
yeah,
Liverpool they've not been spectacular, but they've been winning games. So it made it look like what I was saying wasn't correct.
yeah,
But the moment they meet a team that is ready to
quality, yeah,
go into their face, like in their
yeah,
faces, they just the two games they lost, they did not do anything.
yeah. Nothing. No, they were rushed. When I say they were rushed, like zero breathing space. They couldn't. Yeah, yeah. They couldn't do anything. So now, first of all, the PSG one, they were just beating, like in
By
terms of
quality.
quality. Yeah, they couldn't keep up. They couldn't chase the ball, and then these Newcastle ones, these guys just out muscles them. Tonali, Guimaraes, um, yeah, they just couldn't keep up with the pace and power of these guys. They just couldn't keep up with the pace and power, and that's what I hope. I would hope that other teams will see that as a way to play them, but probably not, man. Probably
I
not.
mean, so the thing is, I will say, by next season we'll see what's gonna happen because I'm hearing rumors,
Or,
which I feel like is very crazy. It's
or
very very
rumors
crazy,
that they
very
want to
very
get
crazy.
Isaac.
No, 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 no. They want to let Salah go, and they want to sell Luis Diaz and Nunes, so they'll be left with Gakpo and
Jota.
Jota. Now, it means they need to get a striker. And it means
Yeah,
they will spend a lot of money to get a striker. If they don't get a striker in and they allow those three players go, they're going to be in a big trouble, especially if they allow Salah go. Salah has scored, I think, 75% of their goals this season.
yeah.
And that's
Well,
why, see, Arsenal does these things too. Even United started doing it a little bit, where when they get the ball, they like
mm-hmm.
ideas. And Liverpool now, they like ideas and they keep passing the ball to Salah. Obviously, the teams have already known how to not like they know how to mark Salah, but they can adjust to that threat. Can anyone else shoot the ball?
In
They just
Liverpool.
keep passing. Yeah. So against Newcastle, that's what they were doing. They kept passing the ball to Salah, and Salah kept trying, but obviously it was not working. Let somebody else try. So if they let Salah go, then their goal scoring abilities reduces, the percentage reduces drastically.
Yeah, no, I agree with that assessment.
And the thing is, next season, teams, EPL now, once they notice that okay, this is how you want to be, they will open up that weakness. You don't want EPL teams to know your weakness at all. When they see your injury, like there's any small chance, they will open that injury. They'll just keep hammering on that.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's just I blame no one, but I blame Arsenal. They did it to themselves. Joke of
Yeah,
a club.
Arsenal dropped too early. Dropped off too early.
Yeah.
But let's give props to Newcastle. Let's
Oh
give
yeah,
props to
yeah, yeah. Of
Newcastle.
course. No, no, they.
This EFL run is I won't call it generational. There's a reason why I'm saying let's give props to Newcastle.
Because of the
There's a
things they did.
context. Let's even say let's that's even two. Now, first things first. I remember one time where a friend of the show, I had this conversation with him about why Spurs should have won something, be it EFL Cup or FA Cup. You don't necessarily need to go and win the league or win Champions League. And the person told me that, oh, can't you see the top teams in the league? There is Liverpool, there is United, there is Arsenal, there is City, there is Chelsea. it's difficult to outmuscle those teams to get to those trophies. And I'm like, that's not a good excuse. If at your peak in terms of everything is working for you, and Arsenal too is not they're not what's it called immune to this criticism. If everything is working out well for you, your front office is doing well, your finances are doing well, your players, your squad is the quality is up there. You don't have to be spectacular in terms of city level. Win something. It helps. It gives you hope. It helps the club to say, okay, at this point in our time when we're at our peak, we won this. We won FA Cup. We won Carabao Cup or EFL Cup. Now back to Newcastle. Newcastle beat Chelsea. They beat Arsenal. They beat City, and they beat Liverpool in the final to get to win this trophy. That's a very crazy run.
Yeah, no, no, no. They really tried. I mean, they really they really tried there. I can't even deny it. And I think Eddie Howe has showed, what this guy should have done, Pochettino, at Spurs. But I guess, yeah, no, no. I mean, and their team is well balanced. They have both, technical players as well as, if because I think to go on a run like that, you need some muscle on your squad, right?
You
And
need
they have a
muscle.
lot
You
of
need
muscle,
yeah. Mhm.
and they also have, technical players, right? And then obviously, I mean, imagine Dan Burn, who is the most unconventional and non-traditional profile
Fullback.
for a fullback. Man still makes runs, deep, and he's very difficult to play against. So well done, Eddie Howe and co, man. Well
And the
done, Eddie.
defense is solid too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right, you need solid players, But and then
So then what?
yeah, yeah, go on. No, no, go on.
Let me ask you a question. So for Champions League, who do you rather have in Champions League, Aston Villa or Newcastle, in terms
Uh,
of how they play?
in terms of what they bring to the Champions League,
Yes.
uh, neither one of them, to be honest.
Pick one. Pick one. I mean, if you don't pick one of them, then who will you not pick? Is it Forest?
Yes,
You pick
I
Forest.
want Forest to make it through. I'm always in support of the underdog. I'm sorry.
Ah, no, no. The way Forest plays, I don't think they'll go far.
Why would you
They,
say that? That's
they
rude.
don't. I don't think they'll go far. So they play two lateral, and in Champions League,
Sorry,
the
your
only teams
coach.
that play lateral like that is Madrid, and because Madrid has quality, you cannot sit down deep and expect to just go on counter and think you can go on transition and counter, and you can think you can go far in Champions League. It's not going to work. You need quality, and teams that do that, Madrid, Dortmund, uh, eh, sometimes PSG does it, but they do it in a very like funny way. Which other team? I'm trying to think. Atletico Madrid does it too, but with Atletico Madrid they have quality, so that's so.
Speaking of Atletico Madrid, man, what happened to them this weekend? Did you see that?
I saw it, man. I saw it. It's a
I actually didn't
disgrace.
watch the game. I,
I don't know what juju Barcelona is using, but it's just the way they play. The quality is just there. Like you know that I'm going to do something, and it's because of one person.
who, Pedri?
Not Pedri.
Who?
Just Yamal.
Oh, like, yeah, I mean, I actually forgot about that kid somehow. No, the boy is
I
good.
don't can forget that. No, don't forget him. Oh. They like I was talking to some of my United fan friends that how come God not give us this kind of talent at United? That's someone that can the way he plays for his age too. He
Yeah.
plays with no care. The ball is just so easy. When he dribbles, the dribbles works. When he shoots, the ball goes where it's supposed to go to. When he passes, the passes go to where it's supposed to. Like it's just crazy. I'm like, for his age, it's ridiculous, and he's gonna get better. He's gonna get better with his decision making. He's gonna get better with physicality. It's going to get better with accuracy.
My own thing is I just hope they don't overplay the boy because he has already played a lot of games.
It's too late. It's too late to have that kind of
No, 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 no.
uh
I mean, no. Yeah, I just feel that because that's what we're starting to see with Saka, right?
yeah.
The
Yeah.
injuries. Huh?
I know, I agree. I agree.
No, I thought you were about to disagree because
No,
I
no, no,
said
no, no. I
Saka.
mean, guy, I've always been proponent of Saka playing too many games. So, but yeah, it's just, and another thing is, I think I was just talking about it the other day. I think the boy plays well because of the people around him. They're around his age, so there's no like that too much of age gap, and
Yeah,
every one of them is quality too. So it just makes it feel at home that okay, we're all young
I'm playing
boys
with my
trying to,
friends. Yeah,
yeah, my friends. I'm just trying to like, and it's crazy. Barcelona and Madrid, their age, average age, huh? We're in trouble, oh. Europe people are in trouble because they will get better.
yeah,
They will get better.
yeah.
But yeah, back to Newcastle. Yeah, just props to them. Props to them. And your man, Carragher, said, oh, they should have called Eddie Howe to become the England
Brand
manager.
manager. That's funny.
That guy, he just
No, he
talks.
just he just talks nonsense. He
If
just
if if they are lost, you'll have said something very, very ridiculous too
no,
about Newcastle.
no, because he had been saying that Carabao Cup is to him is bigger than FA Cup.
He's very, very foolish.
I'm
He's
like,
very
what kind of
foolish.
rubbish is this guy talking about?
He's very, very foolish. There's a reason why they call it the spirit of FA Cup. There's a reason. There's a very huge reason why they call it that. Because it's just different. Like the whole atmosphere is different. What happens during the run is just different.
And I think
The magic
it's
of FA
also
Cup.
it's also the fact that you have the different tiers of English football participating. I don't think that is the case for Carabao. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but so it gives underdogs. I mean, obviously, in recent years, it's mostly been the big Premier League teams that end up winning it. But the fact that you have and then also the fact that fans from very small teams get to see these big Premier League players come to their stadium. I think I can't remember. There were a number of games this season, in this tournament or this FA Cup where you had all these big Spurs, City, Chelsea going to really obscure and unknown teams, at least outside of England, right? And you could see like the stadium could only hold like 3,000 people.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the teams, they go out there because they want to give their fans a memorable experience, right? They go out there, they perform, they score against these teams. Um, so yeah, when I saw that clip, I was just thinking that this man just must have partaken in some recreational activity to where he's just thinking and nonsense right now. But
I think he
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 tried to be
likes the sound
controversial.
sound
Yeah,
bites.
yeah, yeah,
He likes to be controversial, like because
yeah,
there's no way. I'm just
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm being forced to listen to him, man. I'm being
Yeah, he's
forced,
every
man.
he's everywhere now for some annoying reason as well,
I'm being
right?
forced. Like he's in FA Cup, he's
He's
in
every yeah,
Champions League,
Champions League. He's
he's
in,
in
he's in Premier
EPL.
League. Yeah, match of the day.
Ah,
Sky,
yeah, good
and
lord.
he's a prominent Sky this thing pundit now. So
Ah,
yeah, yeah.
just ridiculous. But yeah, but with all that said, I think Newcastle at some point they struggle with form.
There were a lot of injuries though, right? In fairness to them,
Yes, but apparently they are the most expensive squad in the league.
really,
That's what I heard.
huh?
I'm not sure, but that's aside. Like that is, I might be wrong. That aside, the excuse of injuries, I don't buy it. I don't buy it because if that's the case, a lot of teams get injured too. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that some teams are lucky. Like Liverpool have been lucky this season.
Very,
A lot
very.
of their players have not gotten injured, so and they've gone that far. Arsenal has been unlucky with injuries. United, Chelsea, Chelsea don't have excuse because Chelsea literally they have two squads, so injury should not be an excuse. But it's what it is. So that's why I don't buy the even Spurs that I always yap about. You say injury, Abi. You say injury. So, but if they get back to what's it called, Champions League, they will need to buckle up because there will be many games, and that's why I'm asking you, like, will you between them and Aston Villa, who will you pick?
Um, I like Villa though. I like Villa. I actually tune in on Saturday and Sunday mornings to Villa games, Aston Villa games.
This is because of Rashford. You know, the sister boy.
Rashford. No. I
That's why.
like their team's balance, to be honest.
Mm,
They've been quite inconsistent lately, but I like the way they play. I like Oli, Watkins. So we'll see. Um, I mean, who would I prefer? Uh, I think I would take Unai Emery's Aston Villa in the Champions League. After all, they
mm,
are in quarterfinals now. So that shows that they know how to get around, and Emery is very well experienced in European tournaments,
mm.
right? So and cup ties as well. So yeah, I would take them, but
This style of Champions League really helps Aston Villa. Really
yeah,
helps them because Emery he knows how to navigate Europe. Like, King of Europa League. Like, oh, let's
yep,
just play rubbish teams and play good teams. We'll find a way around it. And if they really tried, I'm impressed. Anywhere they
yeah.
get to, they've tried.
They're playing
They're
PSG
ninth on the league, so they probably not make Champions League. But Newcastle is
next
sixth. They are really close to
season.
Man City
Yeah,
with a game in hand. So if they win that game, they will be they will be fourth. They will kick Chelsea out. So Chelsea will be fifth, Man City will be sixth if they win that game. So
then that
who are they
battle for
playing?
Champions League is really close. Oh,
They're
not
playing
just
they're
Champions
playing Crystal
League, Europe
Palace.
as well.
Yeah. So the gap is so close. 58, 54, 49, 48, 47, 47, 45, 45, 44, 41. That's
Mm.
how close it is.
Oh, I thought you would continue going to get to 37. I thought you would have tried
Mm.
that.
You're not serious. You're really not serious.
I thought you would have tried that. I was like, this man is a funny man.
I mean, if United was a serious club, they can pick up a run and do something, but it's not good. Did you hear that? They say if so Newcastle now they will go to Conference League, but if they
Yeah,
make top four, if they make top four, or if they make any of the European spots,
but yeah.
the next highest rated English team in Champions in Europe will pick the Conference League spot. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it means United will find a way in Conference League. Oh
Yeah.
God, I've suffered. I've really suffered.
Well,
Like,
that's your
why?
level, though. That's your level.
Like, God, why? God, why? So people are laughing. People are laughing at Chelsea that, oh, it might happen to Chelsea again that they'll go to Conference League
But
because the way they are playing, if
if they
you're
don't
not
win the
careful.
Conference League, that would be a disgrace, though.
No, no, I'm never talking about winning. They might never make top four.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying if they don't win that Conference League, that would be a disgrace.
Mm. Well, let's talk about Chelsea Arsenal.
Yeah,
That game,
it was a disappointing match.
it feels like two teams that didn't want to be there. They didn't want to play that game. They were like, why are we playing this game? Like this game is pointless. The quality was just god. I'm like second versus fourth. There was no showing Arsenal because they felt like Liverpool has won the league. So they're like, why are we playing this? Then Chelsea, all because Kopama is not around, they forgotten how to play football. They just kept
No,
passing the
no, no.
ball.
But even with Cole Palmer, they haven't been playing well, though.
Yeah, they even play well. Oh, I'm coming to Kopama now. Kopama, that one ran away. Said he has muscle strain. He ran away. He ran away from battle. Okay, that brother is not serious.
But
He hasn't been in good form for 5 games now.
I think the person they are missing actually is Nicholas Jackson. I think
Really?
that's yeah, I think that's who they're missing because them playing badly coincided with his injuries, right? One and then two, I think Kopama really needs him up there to thrive. I
Hmm.
think this is I could be wrong, but I think the runs that Jackson makes, all these other players they don't make such runs. So Neto, and also he misses Noni Madueke. So he misses Madueke on that right, and he misses Jackson through the middle.
Please, I beg. In life, you don't have everything like everything given to
No,
you
no, no,
now.
of course, but I'm just saying that.
You mentioned like almost 11 players now or 10 players.
Okay,
To
okay.
unlock Kopama. Kilo day.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, in the league this season, I think all the bottom three teams, so Ipswich, Southampton,
Leicester
Ipswich,
City.
and Leicester, they should just send them down, please. They are just wasting
Mm.
everyone's time.
Did you watch United Leicester City game?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I don't. I try not to watch terrible games.
Yeah. But you watch Arsenal, Chelsea. Such a shame. That's very, very shameless.
No, but why were you
But
asking about United?
in the past, I think 3 or 4 games since Roy Keane has said made that silly statement about Bruno. Bruno has been on fire. I'm like, Roy Keane, please keep insulting him so that we'll get this apple from him. And it's not like it's not like he's doing anything differently. He's just scoring now. He's doing the
Mm,
same thing he's doing, but he's scoring. It's like he has numbers in terms of output.
yeah. No, I think Bruno is a you know he's an exceptional player. I think
Eh?
no, no, no. So actually, there was a time when I was actually saying that Bruno was world class.
Mm.
That the season where he scored, I think 31. You know,
His first
oh
season.
yeah, his first season. I was shouting that this guy's actually world class. But then again, I now have to tamper that down because of my definition of world class, right? That you have to give me a couple of seasons of such high numbers. But again,
But
considering
hold on. You know those numbers are difficult to attain as a midfielder.
I
You know,
know,
right?
I know.
It's not. It's like
And so that's
I
why
don't think anybody from that position
I
has
also
gotten to that
readjusted
number.
my definition because one, he has dropped back to playing deeper, and then two, the team has been terrible. So I still maintain that Bruno is a great player. Just that world class tag. Yeah, I reserve it for other players. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions.
Sure.
First question.
Mm.
Ah, is Odegaard a world class player?
No.
Okay,
There was a
that's one.
season where he was showing bits of world class like quality, but right now he's not a world class player. No,
Okay, would you pick Bruno in your team right now, as we speak right now, versus Odegaard?
no.
Okay, I ask this question because I feel like, and I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans say this. I feel like if you guys have Bruno in your team and he's playing the same way he's playing and he's like making those late runs, scoring, I think it will make a very good, huge difference for how your season pans out. Because Odegaard doesn't score goals. Odegaard passes the ball,
Mm.
and you have a lot of passers in your team already. So, and it's not as if he even assists. He doesn't really assist like that. Saka assists more than Odegaard, if I'm not wrong, if I'm
No,
correct.
yeah, that's correct. But again, there's a difference between an 8 and a 10. Obviously, not that it's an excuse because he gets into positions where he should be scoring, right? And a player of that quality, you would expect that he would be scoring those chances. I mean, yeah. So there was a season where I think it was last season. Yeah, the start of last season where he was on fire, but then he got injured, and when he came back, his numbers dropped. Like there was a period this season as well where he was scoring. He scored, I think, in like 3 or 4 games, But then he got injured, and then his form just dropped, and he has not gotten himself back since then. I mean, he can't even
So it's
shoot.
always injury that stops that impedes
It,
his growth.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And Bruno doesn't get injured.
Bruno doesn't get injured.
So if you have Bruno's output that year in Arsenal, I think Arsenal will have won the league.
I agree. I agree. But the thing that Odegaard does that Bruno doesn't do is Odegaard starts our press. There are few, and that's one of his
Eh?
underrated attributes. No,
Odegaard
no,
starts your press and Bruno doesn't press.
no. I don't think Bruno would press the way Odegaard presses.
Jesus Christ. That means you don't watch Bruno then. Because
I
what you
do.
just said now is exactly what I think was it Roy Keane or Carragher. Somebody's mentioned that it's not what he does when he's on the ball, it's what he does when he's not on the ball. I'm like, part of the reason why personally, I'm fighting Bruno is Bruno doesn't stay in his position. He chases the ball.
Yeah, but is that again? I remember what I said. I said Odegaard leads our press. He starts our press. Not that he presses, because it's a different thing. You can just be chasing the ball, but then you have to understand where your teammates are. I think Bruno, exactly like you said. Yes, he runs a lot, and I actually think that on your team, he's one that covers the most ground every game.
Yes.
But that's not the point of a coordinated and concerted press, right? You have to do it in with the knowledge of where your teammates are, when the right time is. And I think Bruno, because he has such free license in United, he can just chase the ball everywhere, and then that now destabilizes the team's balance. I could be wrong,
Mm.
but this is my assessment from what I've
Okay,
seen.
so you're partly correct, and I agree with what you are saying that okay, it has to be a coordinated press. And that's
Yeah,
one of the issues I had with when they say Ronaldo doesn't press or Rashford doesn't press, because you can clearly see like when Ronaldo presses the ball, when he goes like, okay, let me press the keeper or let me
yeah.
press the defender, he's far away from
For the rest
others.
of the team, exactly.
Yeah. And it means that what it tells me is that the other team, the teammates are not the one, they're not pressing with him. So if Bruno presses that way, it means he's gonna do. I don't know. I'm just postulations. It might work out for us now because it means everybody will press with him too. So you
I
kind
trying,
of
I trying to tell him to us. Yeah,
no,
making
no, no.
this.
I'm just saying. I'm saying no. I don't want him to leave us. So now go to Arsenal. Go and win the league. God forbid. God, like over my dead body. Like I don't want to be on earth when that happens. I don't want to be on earth, man. No. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to explain is, like there's so many things that we will not know about Bruno because of how the team plays.
Because how
Bruno
terrible your team
doesn't
is,
do all
right?
this. Eh?
No, because how terrible your team is, right?
Mm. Bruno, he doesn't do all this when he plays for Portugal. Because when Bruno gets the ball, another thing that people say, oh, he doesn't control the tempo of the game. No, he controls the tempo of the game, but he doesn't like slow the game down. He always want to go tempo, tempo, tempo. I'm like, when he gets the ball at United, the people he's going to pass the ball to, they don't know how to even hold the ball. They're not comfortable on the ball. But in Portugal, you have a lot of people that are very comfortable on the ball. You have Bernardo Silva beside you. You have
Vitinha.
Felix. You have Liao. You have
Vitinha.
uh, you have Vitinha. You have that boy up front. I don't know. It's not Ramos. The
Gonzalo
other boy,
Ramos. Yep.
not Ramos.
Which boy?
So you have people that can hold the ball like they're comfortable. So that's why when he passes the ball, he passes, okay, he touches the wing back, you can progress. But at United, Omo, it should, I don't even know, man. But yeah, I get what you're saying, but I feel for us now, you guys need that X factor. You need that person like, Ferguson said at some point he wanted Lampard because Lampard gives you 20 goals a season, which is huge for a midfielder. He said for midfield, if you get 20 goals from a midfielder a season, you are almost there. You're
Yeah.
almost there. So if you guys don't have any X factor at all, the only
Damn.
X factor you have is Saka, and Saka's X factor is not like it's not always
No, that's
it's
the
not.
sure X factor, actually.
Eh?
Actually, Saka is the X factor. If not for that, he got injured. I think he'll be up there with Salah in terms of player of the season. I can. I'm not even joking.
It's part of injury is part of it. Injury is part of because you just mentioned that Odegaard gets injured. It's part of it. Like the X factor, like the way you mean plays like you can see like okay, like this when this boy plays, there's always that difference. Salah is X factor, 100% X factor. Kopama X factor, but
Oh,
Saka is X factor too. I'm not going to take that away from him. But when he wants to remove Saka from the team, there's no other thing that is happening. There's nothing's coming from the midfield. Now, funny enough, Rice is trying to do that. And it's too late. It's too late, bro. It's too late.
Havertz is
Because in
X.
the past 3 games, I've seen him trying. Huh?
Havertz is the X factor.
People don't have shame. People don't have shame. But in the past 3 games, I've been seeing Rice trying to like step up, trying to like push, trying to like do stuff. Because you guys don't have X factor. How can somebody that's playing 6 be your X factor? Ha. Oh God. But yeah, it's just maybe you should go and look for. I think there's another person that plays like Bruno in this Besiktas. They
Who?
call him. I've forgotten his name. He plays like Bruno. You should go and look for him. He's Portuguese too.
Hmm.
He plays for Oli. You should go and look for him. Maybe that will help you people. But yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea,
Well,
boring
you said he
game.
played for Ole. Solskjaer, Besiktas coach.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So funny thing this week, Fletcher has twins. Daniel Fletcher, he
Hmm.
has twins. One of them scored 2 goals. The other person was one I assisted
Oh wow.
the 2 goals. And to make it fun, one of them is registered for England. The other is registered for Scotland.
Oh wow.
Twins, so but they are young, so they can still pick a country together.
Hmm.
Very funny. But someone is saying nepotism. Well, it's part of it now. That's why we are working. If you don't want to, you are working to make soft landing for our kids. If you have opportunity, won't you want to connect your kids? You know, in Nigeria, a lot of lawyers, their kids become lawyers.
Yeah.
So because it's what you are used to, yeah, it's easier for you to coach them on your specialty. So it's life. I don't have anything against former players connecting their kids. If you have talent, then it's going to show. But if you don't have talent, then you can only go far. Be like Sean Phillips with Ian Wright.
Yeah. Right, man.
But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
If Sean Phillips plays now, it will be highly sought after
What makes you say that?
because a lot of players don't have agency right now. They don't like you see a lot of players just drop. We have a lot of 6/10s right now. Too many of them. Too many. They don't have that X factor. That's why you see people like Doku. They say Doku dribbled Trent 14 times or something, and that's the highest in EPL since Opta started gathering data since 2008. Can you believe that? Doku and Trent is it almost for is it 14 times or something? So for Doku to be that, I would say highly rated, but like, oh, Doku. I mean, sure, I feel too will do something now.
Sean,
Well, you don't agree?
I don't, brother. Sean Rice Phillips is that there was. I mean, he was a good player, but for you to say that he will be highly rated now, please, Sean, come on now.
I know. Okay, tell me a player right now that you think on that position that is better than him. Can you mention 20?
20
Yes.
wingers
Yeah.
better.
No, serious now. Don't laugh. Football is there's no agency anymore. All of them want to pass. They want to pass in. They want to cut in. They want to go and shoot to score. There's no like let's take players on. Let's dribble. That's why people are looking at Doku as one. Because maybe I might be wrong, Sha. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm just talking.
I think
But
you're
don't
just
don't
talking, but that's okay.
don't disrespect Sean Phillips. It was okay in his time. It wasn't that bad.
Right, he
It
was okay,
wasn't.
and that's all that it was. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing, man. Anyhow, sure. As you can tell, you guys we were just talking, man. No, no serious agenda, and this is what international break does, man. There's just no. It's everything's so boring. I saw someone say that it's only during international break that he really like stays to think about life.
You see environment say, ah, oh, I'm married.
Oh
Two
wow,
kids.
exactly. Yeah, wow. Wow.
See where did this happen?
There's a river in my city. Oh wow. Yeah, because now everything is so boring right now, man. And then we have to wait until the end of the month
I mean,
before.
that international break helps a few teams too. It helps Liverpool. It doesn't help United. It doesn't help. I think it doesn't help Arsenal. I think it helps Arsenal too. For Liverpool, because they're already like running out of steam, they go to
Yeah, they can
the thing,
relax.
go to
Yeah.
relax, get back. Arsenal, a few of their injured players will be back.
Yep.
Then right now they need motivation to get back to what they are doing. Do you think? I'm just asking you as an Arsenal
Okay.
fan, have
Okay.
faith. Do you think it's possible that
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal wins the league?
The league. I'll be honest. Yeah, I think we have a higher chance of winning the Champions League than winning the Premier League.
No. I didn't ask you that. That's what
No,
I'm
no, no,
asking.
no. I just bring that up. The reason I bring that up is so that you and obviously keep in mind we're playing against Real Madrid. The second leg is away to show you how difficult a task that is. But I think we can beat them. I don't think we can catch Liverpool, or I give us a 10% chance of catching Liverpool.
Because Liverpool is they are struggling right now, so
Yeah,
I feel like maybe there'll be a chance, opportunity to like reduce the gap and apply pressure. Say Liverpool lose, Liverpool needs to lose 4 games anyway. Say they lose 4 games,
yeah,
and you guys go on a run.
yeah.
So you don't believe that you guys can win the league?
Well, I mean, I, honestly speaking, I had marked out a couple of games where I felt Liverpool would drop points, and I'll mention those games for you again. Uh, they play Chelsea, so they play. Yeah, it's their next few games actually. Their next 7 games. So they have Everton, although it's an Anfield, but
Anfield, okay.
that's a tricky one still. Everton, then they have Fulham away. That's a tricky one, but I think they beat Fulham. West Ham, Leicester, that's dope. Then they have Spurs. So this is the run that I was talking of. Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, all back to back. Right.
Hmm.
So I had hoped that between the Everton and Fulham game, maybe they drop a point there. Or sorry, they lose a game there. Then Spurs, hopefully, because well, they're not playing for anything this season actually. So okay, I mean in England that is their only way of entering Europe is winning the Europa League. But so they probably actually lose that game, yeah, because they'll probably be keep saving players. I don't know how they do in their quarterfinal match. Chelsea, Liverpool. Chelsea need that for Champions League survival. So they probably and it's at Stamford Bridge. So they probably put up a good fight there. Then Arsenal. By that time, only God knows where this season is. So I don't know, man.
You guys will
They're,
give them God of Honor. Someone say you guys will give them God of Honor. That'll be crazy.
they're
So
still a
Arsenal will
lot.
now go on record to have given the most God of Honor in EPL.
There are still a lot of games to be played, bro. I don't think we catch them. I don't think so.
God, please let that happen this season. God, please, I beg you. Ah.
Anyway, do you have any
Yeah.
additional points? Anything you wanna?
Okay, so for you guys' game against Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Someone said, "Oh, Real Madrid home in the second leg." Someone replied, "Yeah, Odegaard is bringing his boys on an excursion for a dead rubber match to show them where he failed." So
Wow. All I'm saying is,
after you guys, after
all I'm saying is, if Saka is
uh,
fit, if Martinelli is fit, obviously Havertz won't be back, but Merino plays up top. I give us a chance.
Merino, wow,
Yeah.
against Rudiger.
The reason why
Merino, Rudiger will break his bones.
I the reason why I think Merino up there will not be so bad is because of his physical presence. and then Saka can work. Saka and Martinelli can work on the in the channels. So I think it'll be a very fascinating game. I think we beat them at the Emirates, and we hold
Mm.
out. I actually think we can do it, but because apparently Saliba's first. I think Saliba holds Mbappe, as in locks him out of the game. Um, they have a, I don't know if you know, they're friends, and apparently Saliba's first coach was Mbappe's father.
Ah,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. So they're actually really close.
Wow.
I think they were on the same team, like youth academy team. They played at the same club, and then before, I think this guy went to Saint Etienne. Um, what's his name? Saliba. So yeah,
Wow.
and then Timber, I think will mark out Vinicius. So it's Rodrigo that becomes the problem. But then he drifts in, so I think Gabriel will hold him. Valverde, Martinelli, that would be a good matchup. Or Trossard, we'll see. Saka,
How about Jibeliam?
I give him to Thomas Partey.
So you
And
are
then,
going you guys are going man to man.
I'm just telling you who I
Ah,
think will be
That's
responsible.
the worst thing you guys that will do against Madrid. That's the worst thing that happened to you.
Okay.
That's the worst thing that happened to you. Hmm. You just pray. So that game is only if Madrid wants to lose that game. You
Why would
guys
they
don't.
want?
You
What do
absolutely
you?
no. You have no say in that game. I'm
You
telling
have
you,
we
it's
have
only
no.
Madrid wants to lose that game that today we're going to play poorly. I'm going to lose this game.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just
That's
saying.
okay. Well, may God keep us alive. April 8th and April
Mm,
15th, that'll be 16th.
no problem. Anyway, we've gone. After
Oh,
this episode, we'll be back in 2.5 weeks.
yep.
We're also going on international break. We want to
You
we
want to
want to
relax?
fraternize with our
Prepare for the end of the season.
uh, we want to see our surroundings. We want to go on the walk to see what's going on around us. That's the plan. We almost didn't want to do this episode, but we're like, it would be nice to just go without saying bye to our fans to say we're on a break. Also, Obina, for summer, I want to. I'm still planning. I want us to do a gathering for everybody that has been on this podcast. Let us have some brunch or breakfast or something or dinner or just gather somewhere. So that's an invitation for you to start saving money for your flight tickets.
So are you saying we don't have budget on this show?
They say you have budget. See who is talking. See who is talking. No problem. No problem. Anyway, everybody has gotten to this point. Thank you. I also been receiving feedback from people. People don't watch games anymore because their clubs are not doing well. So they rely on our commentary, which is very funny. I have someone that has said he hasn't watched football in 2 years
Wow.
because his club is playing rubbish. Yeah.
Is
Oh
that
no, no, he
United fan?
hasn't watched his club. He watches other games, but he hasn't watched his club for
Is
two
that
years.
United fan?
He's an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal fan. And you don't have Agu. Agu that is when the team is struggling, you run away. We don't reply a text message. When the team is playing well, we say what's come on the show. uh, but yeah, thank you everyone for your feedback and the love that you've shown us. We strive to get better and we'll talk to you in after international break.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Mhm.